Today I'm so excited because I'm inviting you to come on a tour of a Jewish hotel. I will also share with you 5 things that you will only find in a kosher hotel, including the item number 4, which I think will surprise you. I will also show you many special items we use to travel to our Jewish home away from home as an Orthodox Sephardic Jewish family. And if you're new here, hi, my name is Sara Malka, and on my channel I share all facets of my Orthodox Sephardic Jewish life as a full-time working mom with small kiddos. So don't forget to leave a big thumbs up to the video and subscribe to our channel. Let me put on a pretty tichel and let's jump into it. When you arrive at the hotel, it looks like any hotel. It is beautiful and inviting, but we can start seeing the differences when we come in the buildings. After climbing what felt like 200 stairs and being completely out of breath, we finally arrived to the first item you will only find in Orthodox Jewish hotels, which is a mezuzah on every doorpost. For a quick recap, on every doorpost in an Orthodox Jewish house or kosher hotel, there must be a mezuzah, as it is a commandment found in the Torah. The mezuzah, which is a scroll, is protected in a beautiful case. When we unroll the scroll, we can read the prayer of Shema. These scrolls are handwritten by a sofer or a scribe who has studied for years how to write the mezuzah and to make sure the mezuzah he writes is kosher. This particular mezuzah is not kosher as a word is missing. The role of the mezuzah is to remind us that God is the King of Kings, He is everywhere, and He is the ultimate protector. For the Ashkenazim, the scroll will be slanted, and for the Sephardim, the mezuzah will be almost straight, like on the doorpost of our home. When we enter the master bedroom, of course we see that there is a mezuzah on the doorpost, as well as 2 beds and a crib. We also see a dresser, and there is also a night table. And inside the night table, instead of a Bible like in the typical hotel room, we often find a Torah booklet. This booklet is related to a previous parasha or portion of the Torah we read and study every week. It contains the Torah portion, commentaries, reflection, and study companion for every day of the week. We also have a large closet. We put in it, of course, all our weekday clothes as well as our special clothes for Shabbat. And if you want for me to do a video on how I dress modestly at work during the weekdays and on Shabbat and the holidays as a Jewish Orthodox woman, please let me know in the comments below. In our closet, we have our first specialized item you will see when we travel as an Orthodox Sephardic Jewish family. It is a hat carrier. My husband and my son will carry their hats in that special box so their hats keep their shape. For our Hasidic brothers, they would use a circular hat box like this one to put their shtreimel. When we continue our tour of this kosher hotel, we see this door. It is the only door within the hotel room without a mezuzah on its doorpost because it is a bathroom. Another fun thing in this hotel room are these washer and dryer. It is not usual to have such luxury, but it is amazing to have. And here in the next room is where we will find the second thing you will only find in a Jewish hotel, which is the sheer amazing number of beds per hotel room. In total, in this hotel room, we have 10 beds with a crib compared to the usual 1 to 2 beds per traditional hotel rooms. And of course, kosher hotels need to have that many beds per hotel room because there are many, many very large families in our Orthodox Jewish community, thank God. Finally, in the last room, we have 1 single bed, and in the closet we have a plata, which we will put our food on Shabbat for it to stay warm, which is another thing you will only find in a kosher hotel. When we go in the kitchen, because we are spending Shabbat here, the hotel prepared for us tea lights. It is customary for us to light before Shabbat 1 candle per member of the family, so we will light 5 candle lights for Shabbat. We also have what we need to make Havdalah, which is the celebration we do at the conclusion of Shabbat. We will use some bisamim or spices. Here we will use some rosebuds and cloves. We will also use a special Havdalah candle as well as grape juice or wine. And if you want to learn more about how we celebrate Havdalah, I will leave the link in the description box below and the link above. Often in the drawers in the kosher hotel rooms, we will find Torah books as well as different prayer books, and we will talk a bit more about them with the fourth item you will only find in a kosher hotel. In the kitchen, we find the third item you will only find in a kosher hotel, which are kelim or washing cups we use to wash our hands ritualistically in the morning when we wake up, after going to the bathroom, and many more occasions. The keli has two handles to make it easier to pass the keli from one hand to the other. Another thing you will only find in a Jewish hotel is a percolator. Usually in a hotel room you will have a small coffee machine, but here you have a very large percolator that will be kept on during Shabbat for us to be able to enjoy some coffee or tea during Shabbat. When we go out of our hotel room, we have this beautiful little road that brings us to this breathtaking view of the lake. On a side note, before we came to the hotel, we visited a beautiful winery. We also had a glorious time on this ferry boat where we enjoyed this beautiful sunset. When we go back to the hotel and we enter the main building, we have the main eating area with a very large buffet that was absolutely delicious, thank God. On the side of the room, we have again something you will only find in a kosher hotel: washing basins with kelim or washing cups. We will use them to wash our hands before eating bread. At the extremity of the room, we find the fourth thing you will only find in a kosher hotel: a small shul or synagogue. Of course, in this shul we have many Sepharim or holy books, chumashim or Torah books to follow along on Shabbat when the Torah is read, as well as Monday and Thursday, as the Torah is read 2 times during the week, as well as on Shabbat and on the holidays. We also find many prayer books for all denomination of Orthodoxy, whether Sephardic, Hasidic, Chabad or Ashkenazi. You will also find some tzedakah boxes to give charity, as it is customary to give charity before praying on weekdays. And of course, in the synagogue, you will find extra talit bags with talit or prayer shawls the men wear for the prayer, as well as tefillin. And if you want to know more about religious articles and items you will only find in an Orthodox Jewish home, I will leave the video link above and in the description box below. On a side note, in case you were wondering, this synagogue is fully equipped with a few Sefer Torah that are kept in a special place called Aron. The Sefer Torah scrolls, like the mezuzah scrolls, are both handwritten on special parchment by a sofer or scribe. It is important to note that not every Jew can read directly from a Sefer Torah, as you cannot find the nekudot or vowels in the Sefer Torah like you can in a regular Chumash or Torah book. This is why usually the Sefer Torah will be read by a Baal Koreh, who will sing the words of the Torah while reading them according to the ta'amim or intonations. When we go out of the main building, we will go towards the fifth thing we will only find in a Jewish hotel. We have to walk a few minutes to get to that area because it is completely at the end of the complex. Finally, hidden away behind a small forest, we find a long and narrow staircase. I almost fell down the stairs a few times because I am so clumsy when I go down the stairs. You know, in the movies when you see a wonderfully dressed woman at the top of the stairs and after a few steps you see her fall down all the stairs? Well, that is totally me. I also did that many times in the hospital while getting to the room of a code blue patient, and thank God only my legs and my ego were bruised with every fall. Finally, after going down all these stairs, we have the fifth item that you will only find in an Orthodox Jewish hotel: a kosher pool. This pool is completely secluded. And why is it so unique? Because contrary to the usual outdoor pools we find in traditional hotels, which are found in the middle of the hotel complex with every room having a view of the pool, here not only is the pool far away from any rooms of the hotel, but also the pool was dug in a hole away from any hotel room. This is to ensure that nobody will peek in while the opposite gender would be swimming. Because in kosher pools, there are separate swimming hours for men and for women to avoid mingling. The same way in Orthodox Jewish weddings, men and women are separated. To be honest, I love being only with women, whether at a wedding or at the pool, as it allows me to feel more comfortable and it avoids also having these uncomfortable stares from the opposite gender. I see these moments as a special time of girls' nights out or girls' only activity, which are always so fun. And if you're wondering what we wear as Orthodox Jewish women when we are at the pool, well, we wear bathing robes. They have long sleeves as well as they are long enough to cover our knees, and also they cover our neckline fully to stay modest at all time. Technically, because we are between women, we could be in a regular bathing suit, but usually we prefer to be in a bathing robe. For my hair, as a married woman, I usually keep it covered too with a very attractive bathing cap. And please let me know if you would want to see a video on how I cover my hair at work, at home, and even on vacation. When we are all from the same family with nobody else around, we have the pool to ourselves and we can all swim together, which is a true blessing, thank God. We truly enjoy these precious moments together as a family, and we really appreciate them to the fullest because time goes by so quickly and our children are growing so fast, and soon enough they will build their own Bait Ne'eman, which means their own Jewish home filled with love of God and holiness, God willing. I say it every day in my prayers to God, and I repeat it to you with every video, but I really want to thank you for being here. It means the world to me. Know that in my book you are a magnificent friend who I know I can count on through thick and thin, and my world would not be the same without you. If you are still with me until the end, please write in the comments, I love Jewish hotels, so I know I was not alone. And if nobody told you today, know that you are loved and you are enough just the way you are. Until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and don't forget to frum it up.
If I say that I love